Dear colleagues, a man can live without a woman, but without women there is no future. This is a fact. But just I believe that it is wrong not to promote someone only because that person is a woman. I also believe it is equally wrong to give someone a chance only because that person is a woman. Dear Anita, dear governors and ministries, Mr. Henning, I am truly sorry for not being able to be with you all in person. Yet, I wanted to support this event, even if it means virtually. Here are my observations. First and foremost, I strongly disagree with any kind of divides. I don't believe in quotas, as I know that all of us, my dear women colleagues, are heading our institutions because of our achievements, not because of our gender. I believe in the power of diversity. Second, I will give an overview of the situation and statistic in Serbia, with the National Bank of Serbia as the first choice to start with. The number of women at the National Bank of Serbia has been on the rise since 2013. Today, women make up over 57% of the total number of employees and over 58% of the total number of managers of the National Bank of Serbia. There is equality in terms of the average level of job coefficients for both genders, and this applies to both employees and managing staff. In line with the law of gender equality, we introduce the risk management plan for violations of the gender equality principle. And not only do we have the regulatory framework in place, but we truly apply the equal opportunities and gender equality policies. At the state level, 10 years ago, within the law of the election of members of parliament, we introduced the minimum quota for female MPs. Today, women make up 37.6% of all MPs and are heading on 1/3 of all ministries. A special committee on human and minority rights and gender equality was established, as was the coordination body for gender equality. We have gender equality strategies and action plans until 2030, and a minister in charge of gender equality, prevention of violence against women, and economic and political empowerment of women. Also, the gender equality law defines the competence of the National Bank of Serbia regarding the supervision and insurance services where gender cannot be used as a factor in calculating premiums and fees. As you can see, in Serbia we have an excellent regulatory and institutional framework that empowers women. Therefore, I cannot advocate for gender-tailored financing in Serbia, as women have equal access to financing as men do. Together with the government, I am laying groundwork for a fair and predictable business environment that will support every project that has capacity to finance itself. But at the global level, we have quite a different situation across regions. If we look at the presence of the Alliance for Financial Inclusion, it is mostly focused on regions with a huge gender gap in many areas. Around 65% of alliance activities are related to Africa, which comes as no surprise, having in mind that many women don't have a basic bank account. The region with the high presence of women working in informal sector is again Africa. In our region, this is not the case. Again, we are all aware that one of the factors behind less women financing is the lack of mortgages. In some countries, it is cultural tradition to have men as the sole owners of housing. It is a matter of social norms. Can we change the culture via policies? This is hard, but achievable, and it will take time. For financing, one needs a safe job and a good credit history, or if it is new businesses, one needs a good business plan. Yet, research suggests that factors such as culture, parents, and educational materials are shaping women's interest in their early age for the areas that are less profitable. We have to change this. We have to be loud enough, and we have to make it clear that there are no women and men jobs, and that we are just as capable of specializing in technology and engineering as men are. Dear colleagues, let me conclude, and let me to be quite open. Not everything is for policies. Instead of waiting for the regulator and government to solve gender and all other issues, it is far better to address the real causes of the problem. I believe that one must be aware of what the government can do, what the private sector can do, and what individuals can do. There are plenty of opportunities, but they need to be used. In Serbia, regulations are gender supportive. Financing is also gender supportive. There is plenty of opportunities for both women and men, but we have to recognize and use them. The system cannot do that on our behalf. Even better, we ourselves have to create opportunities. We can contribute by motivating and inspiring others with our own experience. We need good examples. We live in societies where people are more open to bad examples, and this is the mindset that we must change. For that, we do not need regulations. As for central banks, the best way to contribute is by delivering stability and predictability. Thank you.